You know, Magnets is just bad Thunder Dragons.
Right.
It's just really bad Thunder Dragons, and that's what it is right now.
Hey everybody, what's up? Circus here, coming at you with this week's Rogue deck discussion. We're a little light on tournaments this week because of the KC Cup, so there's even fewer Rogue decks to talk about than normal. Kamel, I felt like we had to scrape the bottom of the barrel. We had to lift the barrel and look underneath the barrel.
It's crazy because the two decks I thought we were going to be able to talk about on Rogue decks, they're doing so well. They're on the power rankings, man. We're not even going to get to talk about them.
They moved on.
Gosh.
They moved on. We called them. I tried to call them.
Straight to the big leagues. Right out of high school, straight to the big leagues. They scooped them up.
I called them for an interview for the power rankings, and they said, "Who is this?
Who is this?
Who is this?"
Oh, God. We only speak to people with 100,000 YouTube subscribers.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right, so here we go. Let's get right into it then. This week, getting a top 8 was Kuro Kodairu, if you know him, Mr. Crocodile himself. A lot of people say, "Oh, Circus, watch me in the tournament. I have a spicy deck," and it's like literally Noble Knights with like one different card in it.
Yeah.
Kuro Kodairu plays spicy decks.
He plays a spicy deck, man. Kuro Kodairu he's here every week, multiple tournaments a week, so no surprise to see him doing well. He's been playing Crystal Beast quite a bit, and you can see he's using Stick and Chair in Xyz Summoning Engine, which utilizes 3 material rank 4 Xyz monsters very well. It makes Xyz Summoning very powerful. You get to destroy a card when you pull off an Xyz Summon, and the ones you're going to be going for here are Del Tauros, Ouroboros, Stigma, or Utopia Ray. And of course, you just have the 2 material ones for their utility, Malevolent Sin and Abyss Dweller, extremely powerful.
Yep.
And I don't know what those crystal cards do, man, but I'm sure they do something.
Oh, God, you can already hear the comments.
Oh, man, it's terrible. How am I supposed to get such a Crystal Beast, guys? I thought we were going to be talking about Gaga Gaga, Go Go Go, Zubaba Bobo. And now we're going to talk about Crystal
threw a curveball at you. I was like, he's like, "What decks are we doing this week?" I said, "Crystal Beast." He's like, "No, seriously, what decks are we doing this week?"
Oh my gosh! But I have seen this deck around. A couple other people besides Crocodile have been playing it. So please, in the comments, tell me how to play Crystal Beast and make sure you pick it up. I like this spicy deck. Doesn't seem too expensive if you went in on an Infinite Ray for the other stuff anyway.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to the next deck. This is one that Kamel absolutely hates. Or is that her? Maybe you hate this deck too. Luna Lights.
Oh, Luna Lights suck, dude.
They got top 8 in Battle Phase of the Rising Sun. You're lucky your internet went out and you couldn't watch it.
And I couldn't watch it, right? It's okay. Luna Lights, they have made pretty good use of one of the new cards, Battling Boxer Veil. This card is probably best in slot in a Luna Light deck when you think about it. Stops them from dying, gives them another body that they can't beat over for to keep their life points safe beside their fusion monster. And now you get a free special summon, so you can Xyz summon easier as well. I have not seen Luna Lights use Xyz monster. Have not seen them use the Sigma. Correction. I've seen them use Diamond Direwolf and the Corn, the Black Sheep of Corn, very well, because Diamond Direwolf, fun fact, doesn't have to destroy itself. It
was
destroy,
this deck, yeah.
Yeah, it can destroy one of the Luna Lights, which is pretty good considering the Luna Lights have the effects to be sent when they're sent to the graveyard.
Yep.
So Diamond Direwolf is actually pretty darn good in this deck. You see running a vanilla Kariba, just keep those monsters in attack for next turn. And yeah, Luna Lights, not gonna lie, has a pretty good matchup against a lot of the newer Xyz decks. Having a boss monster that cannot be targeted by removal is very good.
Mm-hmm.
You know, not too many decks have that, and one that can go up to 4K is very nice. And back removal options in the White Rabbit as well. Luna Lights are not looking too bad right now, to be honest.
Well, the 3 Battle and Boxer Veil and then the 1 Karibo, that just pretty much allows you to go second.
If you allows you to go second.
Right. So, and they're playing Destiny Draw, so that's even better because if you've ever played Luna Lights, sometimes the worst thing is just getting to your fusion card.
Yeah.
I think it'd be easy because you got the Emerald Bird and the Martin that you can do that play, but sometimes you just don't open it, you know? So like you're just praying to get to your fusion card in Destiny Draw. can help you do that, or grab any other piece that you need to keep the deck moving. So,
Right.
congratulations to Luna Lights. I can already hear people in the chat saying, "But Circus, you said Luna Lights suck. Now to get Luna Lights." Well, if you want to get top 8 in the battle phase of the Rising Sun, go ahead.
Yeah.
All right, next one is the her favorite. I can see why people like this deck. It's fun to play.
No, it's not her favorite. Her favorite's Magnets, right?
Well, he also this is his second favorite deck.
Oh, okay.
This deck just doesn't do anything. That's what drives me crazy.
Tellarknights, sadly, they are one of the more promising Xyz archetypes. However, they do take a while to set up, right? They do take a while to set up, and I think it's better that they're not a very fast-acting Xyz deck, because going first, this deck does not do a whole lot. Going first, this deck's best play, I believe, is to set up for when they can actually pop off during your opponent's turn and start removing their field. The Dark Tellarknight, like I've said many times before, allows you an easier way into your Del Toros. But however, there's also a downside to that. Is the Dark Tellarknight is extremely vulnerable, while Del Toros is not. Del Toros can't be no cards can be activated upon its summon. Dark Tellarknight, it can get Floodgated, it can get Fiendish Chain, it can get Treacherous, whatever, and you lose those 2 monsters. I do think before the safer path was committing to 3 monsters so that you can make Del Toro safely. But now, since it's easier to make Dark Tellarknight with 2 and then you go into Del Toros, this deck is a lot more not safe, for lack of a better word, against a lot of these decks that just run Canadia, Fiendish Chain, Treacherous in the main now.
Dude, look at the back row on this deck, though. Come
It
on,
needs
now.
it. It needs it.
I know it does. That's what I'm saying. That's the problem.
Needs the back row because 3 monsters on the field for your Xyz monster, you do need an extra turn to set up most times, unless you draw an absolutely busted monster hand, like 2 monsters in Skybridge and a back row. You're not making 3 monsters if you don't have that.
All right, let's get this deck out of here. I mean, I like it. Don't get me wrong. It just doesn't do much.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why, let's see, it only got a top 4 in Meta Freakly Sunday last week.
Dang.
All right, the only deck on this list this week that actually got a tournament victory, Megalith.
Wow, Megalith actually won a tournament.
Battle phase of the Rising Sun.
Really? Wow, I was not there. I wish I was to see that happen. But yeah, Megaliths have gotten a power boost as well. There's a lot better rank 4 Xyz monsters, and Megaliths probably make rank 4s the easiest out of any deck, probably.
A ritual deck that makes Xyz monsters.
Yeah, they usually using them to boost up for the Bathor and the Phaleg. Using your ritual monsters as Xyz materials and ditching them to the grave anyway still contributes to your Phaleg boost. It's just another way for you to climb the ritual ladder. You know, it just gives you another option, more utility, and I like it very much. Sometimes if you're stuck without a Phalanx, maybe you have 2 Bathors, you can go into a Heliopolis, get some removal on the field before you go in for game. This deck just has a lot more options right now. And yeah, it doesn't look too expensive, besides if you go into that box, then you get your Senjus and your extra deck monsters.
I don't know. I always think this deck is gone, and then it comes back and wins. I'm like, where did this deck even come from?
Yeah, it's crazy.
All right, now we're going into Herb's favorite deck. Although it didn't really do much this week, it got a single top 4 in the draft bi-weekly. But look at that back row, Kamel.
Yeah, this is probably the thickest magnet back row I've seen in a minute. Like, we've seen Powerful Rebirth every week, I think. But this is the first time we're seeing a lot of Disruption back row, 3 Karma Cut, 3 Canadia. And yeah, I think that is because magnets in the past couple weeks have just been dying to boss monsters, not being able to survive when most boss monsters get put on the field. So they need those disruption options so they can get to their Berserkion before their opponent can manipulate the board so that they can't fully, use their Berserkion.
Yeah, it looks like their plan was that the new Giga Brilliant, and then they got the core garbage or whatever from Digibugs, the rank 5.
Yeah, that's weird. Giga Brilliant's really bad. I don't know why they're playing that. Oh, gosh.
Hey, whatever. You got to do something to keep this deck relevant, right?
I guess
I feel
so.
like this deck is just a little out of date, and then I made the joke last week or whatever. It's like, hey, how do you know your deck's getting old when it looks like this? And I mean, it is. This is what happens to all decks
Yeah.
when they get old. Do you remember like Element Sabers? The more they got nerfed, the more they look like this.
You know, Magnets is just bad Thunder Dragons.
Right.
It's just really bad Thunder Dragons, and that's what it is right now. It's a deck. It's an effect monster deck that's trying to Xyz summon, and its core deck is not good enough, and the Xyz engine is not good enough.
It's just an
So,
older style deck,
Yeah.
trying to compete with cards that have way more text.
hmm
Is what it comes down to. So
True.
I hope you guys like the rogue deck discussion. We'll hopefully be able to keep it up. We'll see.
Play more rogue decks, guys. Play more rogue decks.
We'll see.
Play
After
photons. Where's photons? Why do we have no photons?
Get
Talk
outta
about
here.
first rogue decks. We're not even talking about them. Where they at? Why don't you guys play them?
Hopefully this KC Cup and then the ban list that will follow. We'll see.
If you guys will start playing photons, Number Hunter come out is not going to be happy. All I got to do is call him up. All I just call him up. He'll be back.
He'll put on his coat, people. Watch out.
Yeah, I know. All right, we'll see you guys later. As always, if you want guaranteed entrance to all the Battle Phase tournaments, subscribe on Twitch or become a channel member on YouTube. Peace out.
This is why I do the outro. We'll see you next time.